Hello, class. So in this lesson, we are going to cover the different draw commands. We are going to start from left to right as per usual. And there are some more below. So I don't know if we can cover everything, but let's try. Okay, so first things first. Again, if you hover your mouse in any of the icons, it's going to give you a short description of what the tool does, like this. If I hover it to the arc, it's going to give you again a picture of it, for example. Okay, now before we go through each command, there are many ways to activate any of the commands in AutoCAD. So first things first is by clicking on the icon itself, like for example, this way. So just click on the line and then always check what's on your command line. So it's basically asking you to specify the first point. Now, in my last video, you already know that you can actually specify using your coordinates. But in this case, we can just click anywhere or anywhere you want to start. And then once you've clicked using the left clicker of your mouse, it's gonna ask you to specify the next point. Now, I want to click here. Okay, so that's it. Now, if you want to keep your lines completely straight, please turn on your ortho. So it keeps your line straight. More on your status bar later or on another video. Now, to get away from this, just click on or just press your escape button from your keyboard. That's it. Okay, now another way to activate your line command is by simply typing in the word itself, line, in your command line. And then press enter or spacebar to activate from your keyboard, of course. So I'm going to make another line. Okay, that's it. Now, another way, which is for me the most convenient, is to type in your shortcut commands. The shortcut command for line is L. So that's it. And then spacebar or enter to activate. Now specify first point and then just click. So that's it. Very simple, very easy. Now, where was I? Now, I've been using AutoCAD for more than 10 years, so I solely rely on using shortcut commands. Now, where do you find all the different short commands? So you can, well, aside from the command line, you can actually find it here. So this is your Autodesk AutoCAD website. So I'm just gonna throw in the link below in the description. So that's it. So this shows you basically all the shortcut commands like the C for circle, R for redraw, F for fillet. Some of these are modifying commands, which we will go over later. And then that's it. That's basically it. And then if you scroll below, there are more shortcut tools like the toggle drawing modes for F1, F2, like ortho mode is for F8, and then how you manage your screen. So you can just go over these and some hotkeys as well. So there are quite a few. No, it's quite a lot. Okay, but you are only gonna use a few of these, right? Yeah. So that's it. I will be throwing again the link on the description of this video. Now, that's it for the line tool. So you can just select everything and then delete it. Now let's go to the polyline tool. So again, it acts like a line, but these are multiple segments as one entity. Okay, so polyline in short. Now, if I click on anywhere, please read what's on your command line, specify next point, or if you want to make an arc, a half width, length, undo, etc. If you click on any of these things here on the selection tool, like this one, arc, then it's gonna turn it into an arc instead of a line. Okay, so let's do this. That's it. So these are still lines. Now, let's say I want it to be a line, like turn it back into a line. I'm just going to click on line. Okay, so that's simple. Now, you can also close it by clicking on close. So always read whatever is in your command line. Sometimes you won't be able to activate the next thing if you don't answer what's on the command line. So always read this part. Now let's try the circle. There are so many options for circle. This is the drag down arrow. Now I will be covering this on a different exercise, but that's for later. Circle, the same as your polyline, it has a lot of options. So like, is it a 3P, 2P? I'll cover this again later, but let's just start by making a circle. Okay, so it's gonna ask you to specify the radius. That is the default. So always remember that. Let's say my radius is 5. Just type in 5 and then enter. Now let's say I want to make a different, oh wait a second. Let's say I just want a different color and let's make this thicker. Okay. Now let's do that again. S- Shortcut for circle is letter C. Specify the center point. And then let's say I want to use diameter. Okay, so just click on this one since the default is radius. So let's just click on diameter, the word diameter, and let's say I want my diameter to be 5. So see the difference? It's just like that. Okay, let's continue because there are quite a few. Now for the arc, the same with circle, if you click on the drag down arrow, it actually allows you to choose. Like, there's gonna be a separate activity for this one because this is quite a lot, but this basically tells you the direction of your arc. So for example, you have 3-point arc. Just read whatever is in the command line. Specify start point. So it is the beginning of your arc. And then you can choose whether you want to start at the center or at the end. So let's click on end, for example, and then so you'll notice that it actually looks different, right? Okay, now let's do the same, but we're this time we're clicking on center. So, oh wait, give me a second. So specify second point. Okay, that's it, right? So there are so many options on the command line. So you just have to read. Now here, it's quite small, but this is the rectangle tool. I've already shown this to you on my last video, so there's no need for that. But if you go to polygon, like this covers a lot. So you just have to specify the number of sides. Let's say you want to make a triangle, the same thing. You have to click on your polygon tool. Okay, let's do that first. Now, please read whatever is on your command line. You have to enter the number of sides, right? Now, a triangle has 3 sides, so let's do that. Now, it's gonna ask you to specify the center of the polygon. Let's say, let's keep it here. Is it inscribe or circumscribe? Inscribe means it's inside a circle. Circumscribed is outside. So let's just use inscribe. Now, for this one, you have to specify the radius of the circle. So let's say it's 5. So that's it. Now, to show you that in a better format, let's make a circle first. Let's say this is 10. And then let's make another polygon. So enter the number of sides. Let's make a pentagon. So 5 sides. And then specify the center point. This is the center point of this circle. Click here. Now, this time I want it inscribed. So meaning this should be inside the circle. So what's my radius? The radius is actually I forgot. Was it 10? Or you can just click on any of the quadrants. Okay, so that's it. Now, let's try circumscribe by doing it again. Enter the number of sides 5. Specify center point of this. And then let's try circumscribed. I think it's 10. Is it 10? I'm not sure. I think it's 10. Okay, so see the difference. This one is an inscribed pentagon, and this one is a circumscribed, meaning outside of the circle. This is the circle. Okay, now let's continue. Now this is your ellipse. Very easy to use. So you just have to control or choose your controls. So again, let's do that. You click on your ellipse. It's gonna ask you to specify the center of the ellipse. Let's say it's this one. And then specify the end point of the axis. So basically that. Okay, very, very easy to understand. For this one, this is hatch. So please take a look at the example. It's basically gonna shade your shape. This should be completely enclosed. Now, what is the shortcut for hatch? It's letter H. Now you can choose whatever you want. Like you can choose a pattern here. There are so many to choose from. Let's say I want my pattern to be, let's just choose whatever, this one. And then we're just gonna click on anywhere. Okay, I'm gonna click on that. Why does it look like this? Because it's actually too thick. So let's make this, let me turn off my line weight so just you can see. So you can basically see the pattern. Now you can also change the scale, the angle, like you want it to be like 90 degrees. You can do that here. You can even change the transparency and you can also make it solid. Like this case, it's completely solid now. Okay, so it's that easy, it's that simple. This is very important when you're making your floor plans. Okay, where am I going now? Okay, so let's go over the other draw commands. I think the video is getting too long, but I might cut this into shorts. So, yeah. Okay, so these are other spline tools. The spline is like a polyline, but it's free form. Wait, let me read the description for you. So it draws a spline with fit points, and this one is another spline, but it draws a spline with control vertices. So let me show you this one instead. These are so convenient when you're making contours and patterns, like free form. So how do you close this? You just have to click on close. Okay, that's it. Now let's do the other one. Oh wait, let's turn off the ortho mode. Okay. Uh, Now you can just click on this one. And tangency. That's it. Okay, now if you click on this, you can basically just move your control points. So very convenient for your contours and for your patterns. If you want to make freeform objects. So it's just up to you whether you want to control the vertices or the point itself on the line. Okay, and there are some more like the construction lines. These are so convenient when you want to make floor plans, but that's for later. These are for multiple points. So easy. Now, as a review, just to review, I hope you can see the points. There are some dots there. Let's just type in DDP type and let's choose whatever. Click on OK. So those are the points if you want to make multiple points instead of typing POL every single time. And let's just go over what's this. It's region. These are not really, I don't really use this too often. Like for example, this one, it's a donut. It's I've never really used this before because I just use offset. So specify outside diameter of the donut. Let's say it's 1. So that's it, right? Yeah, it kind of looks like a bagel instead of a donut, but that's fine. Okay, so you just explore. Oh, this one is for the revision cloud. So this is very convenient when you are correcting someone's work. So once you make your floor plans in third year and I want to make corrections, I will be using the revision cloud. Okay, so for the corrections. That's basically it for the draw commands. Now, again, like what I've said before, under circle, arcs, and others, there are a lot of things you can explore. These usually refer to the control points. But again, that's for a different video because it's getting way too long. Yeah, that's it. So you just watch the 3 videos and prepare for the exercise, which I will be giving to you in class. It's gonna be very, very easy. Okay, thank you for watching again. I'll see you in class.